And hello, my fellow Shogun 2 players, Zaript here again with the Russian Prince. Hello!
Hello!
And this is semifinals of Rising Sun tournament without numbers. And we have Duck playing against Khan Asparukh on Hidden Mountains. And this is the third map of best of 5 series. In first two games, Duck, won pretty decisively, I should say.
Yeah.
And now he chosen Hidden Mountains. First map was Flood Plains, chosen by Duck as well. And second map was Happy Ridge, chosen by Khan Asparukh. If you're interested, go take a look, because it was actually pretty interesting. Even so, I shouldn't have spoiled it for you, that result, but still, man, it's just interesting to see how, even so the build Duck takes is pretty boring, he uses it very interestingly, and I think we might have a second wave of line-heavy builds promoted by Agony members. What can you say in your defense, Russian Prince?
Well, it takes some skill to use, I guess.
Yes, indeed it does, because some people try to line spam me on ladder, but it doesn't work, and as you all know, I'm pretty mediocre player, as I continue to mention. So, let's take a look at builds. I guess I will start with Duck. And again, I'm taking a look at minimap, and this time I suddenly see very strange thing. Duck this time have no Vermilion blood forces.
Yeah.
So interesting
Strange.
change, because in both previous games with this line heavy build he took Vermilion blood forces for aura.
It looks like Khan's build in game 1. Kinda.
Yeah, but without Vermilion blood force, without. Oh, actually, yeah, black tortoise forces, white bear infantry, red bear infantry. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 line units. By the way, this tournament have 10 line units, 10 line unit cap, and actually didn't count in previous games, but whatever. So here we have Yariki level 6, Yariki level 6. This is more Duck-like. Yariki level 6, Yariki level 6, and Revolver Cavalry. This is Duck, I know. Even
this
so,
is more of a balanced build.
Yep. Well, cost-wise, it's actually pretty balanced. I would say line-oriented, but relatively balanced.
Yeah.
And for Khan Asparukh, oh my, your turn.
For Khan Asparukh, we have Command Gun General, then 1, 2, 3 Red Bears, 2 Spear Levy, and 1, 2 Marines.
4 Shogunate Guard
4
Infantry.
Shogunate Guard Infantry, which sounds crazy. But we'll see how it goes.
Exactly 10 line units.
Yeah.
So he decided, well, am I worse than Duck? No, of course I'm not. I'm going line spam as well. But a bit, I would say, cost enough. Oh, some shot
Look,
on the Yariki of Duck.
Oh, Duck is not being careful. He's gonna get his Yariki shot at.
Yep. Lost 6 men for the general. But what I was trying to say is, I don't really understand such a build, because some of these guard infantry could be easily replaced by Shogunate infantry without guard, because morale auras do not stack. It's pretty important.
Yeah.
And you see, Duck does what Khan Asparukh didn't do in the first game. He actually retreats from a fight that he cannot take. And now it's pretty difficult, tough spot. Khan Asparukh have 2 150 range units. So he have range advantage and he can go aggressive.
But, well, the range doesn't matter that much in the center. Because, like, Duck can just pull back in the center.
It still matters.
And, like, he can just pull back, and Khan doesn't really have anything to catch him.
Yeah, and now, actually, yeah, now look how what I was trying to say. A lot of people say, like I did right now. Obviously, 150 range is a huge asset. It's a very strong offensive tool. Not on all maps. I actually think Khan Asparukh may get one more volley. But look what Duck does. Because of not having 150 range and elite units, he actually have less line. But he have more expensive cavalry, which allows him to seize map control from Khan Asparukh. And Khan Asparukh plays really defensively in all games, actually. But more
and look
importantly,
at this.
yeah, Khan Asparukh cannot spread too wide because of this cavalry, and I don't agree with what
Yeah,
Duck doing.
it's a mistake.
Huge mistake. Maybe he hoped that this reach would protect him slightly, but he already losing one white bear and losing it completely for nothing.
I believe he underestimated the power of that Shogun Guard infantry.
I think it's more like he underestimated terrain. He thought that there is this small bump will defend him, like other line. Look at this other white bear. It's actually very well protected. And now let's take a look at this Yariki of Duck, which almost routed, but came back.
At least Duck has two dojos going for him, workshop and farmhouse.
Wouldn't help that much, honestly.
Yeah.
I think so far, Khan Asparukh doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Because Duck getting nothing for his exchanges. He sacrifices units and getting nothing in exchange. And look,
oh yeah, he's gonna lose another white bear.
And near Sword Dojo, these red bears, they wasting so much time shuffling, not killing anything. Now they're routing. Look, 30 men killed, already routed.
Okay. Already so many units for Duck wavering and routing. Really bad for him right now.
I don't see any comeback scenario here right now.
Revolver Cav going into the Spear Levy.
Yeah, well, Duck screwed up this game totally.
Yeah.
He had. I don't want to say it's finished yet because we have seen that game against Killerfish, but overall, his cavalry destroyed without doing any damage. So, in terms of caucus, no, I just don't see a comeback here.
Only a blunder from Khan would... Big blunder would make him win this, but...
Yeah, take his units out of fire at will.
Yeah. Like he can just watch how his units kill Duck now. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, and this is the power of line heavy build. Sometimes, if your opponent does a mistake trying to go aggressive, you can easily win without doing nothing.
And this is more like a different type of line spam, more elite oriented.
Yeah, but it's very defensive build. Like honestly, I think if Duck should have taken his time, he was way too aggressive. He controls two dodges. No need to engage for a third one. Like he can completely wrap around, and I don't know what he could have done actually. Like
it's difficult.
Yeah, you need to wrap around without losing anything, and then you have to start attack at some point, supported with all your cavalry. And idea of that attack would be that Khan Asparukh cannot help that region, because if he tries to turn his line, you would move all other line. So that's the best you can do, I think.
Yeah, I think, like...
Concentrated cavalry charge.
Yeah, and I do think that Duck, he could have spread out his line more, I think. And he could have kept like 2 or 3 units in the center and then sent his other line units to the right, but not all of them. And not like that. Like, he should not have engaged. But like you said, he probably thought the terrain would help him, but
it didn't.
Yeah.
So let's see at kill stats. It's for Khan Asparukh. Actually, not that much overall. 2 Marines over 100, 2 Shogun Guard Infantry over 100. But you see how fast Duck's units routed. 1000 kills out of 1600, and without that morale aura, everything already routed. So again, this Vermilion Blood Forces, as you can see, it's important addition. And his cavalry, like a series of blunders, like losing a couple of Yariki men at the beginning from general shots of Khan Asparukh, and overall not concentrating them at all. Like, I never seen 2 Yari cavalry hit at the same place at the same time in this game. Well, in any case, that's 2-1, making this match more interesting.
Yeah.
See you guys soon.
See you.